Hey everybody, it's Alex. God has closed 2 more real estate deals through me in the past few weeks. Just want to make a quick video about these 2 transactions, let you guys know how they came about, how they looked, and what we're going to do going forward. So these 2 were also from direct mail to North Carolina through a different business I'm working with. We had sent postcards about these properties, and then they reached out to us, and I was able to put something together for them. So these are 2 about 1 acre lots in Oriental, North Carolina. There's a brother and sister who inherited these properties and called us. They'd never been to the properties. They had no interest in building on the properties. So we see a lot of this happening in North Carolina. There was a lot of land purchased early 2000s that people have held on to. The prices were super high at that time, and then they crashed, and they're starting to come back a little bit. But these 2 properties for an acre each was about $2,500 each for these 2 properties. That's what we put them under contract for. And then we went out and tried to find a buyer for them. We tried to find somebody who was looking for land to build on. Somebody actually bought the property who was the neighbor to this property. So somebody who just wanted to own more land next to their house, right? So that's kind of how it went down. We had the sister reach out to us. I actually only spoke with her on the phone maybe once or twice. The rest was texting or emailing. I actually never spoke to the brother, but we were able to sell the sister's lot first, and we closed that with the title company there in North Carolina. And then we were able to close the brother's property as well a few weeks later. So each of these are both very small transactions. It's still proof of concept though. There's still properties out there, ways to reach out to sellers, and there are sellers who we can help out by getting their properties sold to a cash investor. So it was awesome. They're both pretty small, right? But it's good proof of concept, number 2 and number 3, that this is still what God wants me to be doing, and there's opportunity out there. The past few weeks I've transitioned into doing more local work, and I'm excited to report some results on that too. But this is still a fun thing to be able to be working in real estate across the country, hundreds of miles away. Never been to this property, just took the calls, listened to the sellers, let them know what we could do, and then gave them some feedback and kept them in the loop throughout the process as we went to try to find a buyer. So I'm really thankful to have this opportunity to be taking leads from somebody who's already sending mail. Being around leads is probably the most important thing for me right now. The best use of my time is to be around incoming leads or finding new leads. So to be around these incoming leads has been super helpful. It's just kind of helped me get my confidence back, talking to sellers, having these conversations every day. 6 months ago, I wasn't necessarily having that many conversations with homeowners, right? I wasn't sure if this is something I could still do or not, but each conversation I have, each deal that closes, no matter how big or small it is or what it does for me, it builds a lot of confidence and proof of concept, and I'm really excited about that. So I'd be happy to share any more details you guys would like to know about this transaction or about the virtual wholesaling, we'll call it, taking leads from Florida, North Carolina, Arkansas, all vacant land. But yeah, just wanted to give a quick overview of those 2 transactions. Number 2 and number 3 are closed. They happened a few weeks apart from each other, but I'm super grateful that happened, and I'm going to keep this virtual direct mail stuff going a little bit. I'm going to stay going with that. There's a lot of leads that have come in. I think there's opportunity to continue to help those sellers and then be able to sell some deals in the process. So reach out anytime if you've got any questions. The virtual stuff can be pretty transactional, right? I didn't have much opportunity to connect with the seller on a personal level. Like I said, there weren't very many phone calls. There was just a lot of texting and emailing. So that's something I crave and I look for in relationships with sellers. I want to be close with them. I want to know what their hopes and dreams are, right? Get to know them as a person. But with land and doing it virtually, that can be a little tough. So that's why I've transitioned a little bit into locally. I really like meeting sellers, developing relationships, and that doesn't happen so much on the phone, right? So being on the phone all day is a little tough for me. I like to see people in person. But yeah, it's a little easier, I will say, because you don't have to have those hard conversations. You're just sending out purchase agreements, sending out offers, hearing what they want for the property and seeing if you can make something happen for them. It's also a little slower when it comes to land. So the time you get a purchase agreement and then you find a buyer, that can take a while sometimes. But the sellers are typically okay with that because it's land, no one's living there. They just want to see if you can get this done or not. So there's a few things I've noticed about virtual land wholesaling. It can be slower, it's a little more transactional, but it can also be easier. So yeah, just want to let you guys know that if you have any interest into flipping land or looking for more land, that's kind of how that's gone. But it's been really fun to be able to help out with these properties that are just costing these sellers tax dollars, right? So being able to put something together, that's awesome. And just leaning into this new path for me, that's been awesome too. Like I said, I'm continuing to sow seeds and do the work, and I'm just waiting for results. But results have come, and I just got to give credit to that and give glory through that to God. I wouldn't have this chance to do it if He didn't intervene in my life. God has trusted me with a few closed transactions, and I'm super thankful for that. I'm just trying to do it better this time. If I can steer you guys away from going down the path I went down, that's the purpose of me making these videos. So reach out anytime if you need someone to talk to. If you got some ideas you want to bounce off someone, or if you're just struggling with something, I'm here with you. I'm going through it too. So let's do this together. Keep grinding. You got this. Bye-bye.